The Disney stock price has stumbled 20% since Nelson Peltz exited his proxy fight with the Walt Disney Company and Bob Iger. Now it seems like his Restore the Magic campaign has reignited, but this time as a parody account. Let's talk about what is definitely not the return of Nelson Peltz, or is it? Here on That Park Place. Hello, I am Jonas J. Campbell, an investigative reporter for That Park Place, and here with me is armchair financial business theme park analyst, Mr. VashSky. Vash, how are the stocks looking? The stocks looking. You know,
the stocks. Yeah, there you go. Well, I mean, Disney's, I think, is up a little bit, but still hovering around that $100 mark right there. Now, Jonas, I was told that the stock should immediately go up as soon as Nelson Peltz gets out, but we just haven't seen that trend line recently.
That's true. It looks like, by the way, Inside Out 2 doing fantastic at the box office so far in its opening weekend. Congratulations to all of those people who made a film that appears to be safe for consumption for children. That is something that is a win for everybody that Disney seems to be getting out of their own way. Anyways, I won't give you an additional review of Inside Out 2 here on the channel, but the stock price is at about 101.37 right now as we're recording this video. But we are here to talk about Nelson Peltz, or someone who is definitely not Nelson Peltz. At Restoring Magic was the Twitter handle that Nelson Peltz had for his Restore the Magic campaign here. I love this profile picture right here. Under new management. That is a classic Disney reference right there for a ride overlay that died in a fire, as it probably should be. I don't think anyone was harmed in that fire, and so I'm okay saying that. Although I did see some remnants of Zazu, I believe, standing behind Josh D'Amaro in a recent Imagineering video. For those of you who don't know what I'm saying, the Enchanted Tiki Room under new management was an overlay on the original Enchanted Tiki Room. Supposedly one of Walt's favorite attractions that was overlaid with Iago in Zazu from Lion King and Aladdin, respectively. Now here we have the Restore the Magic Twitter handle, X handle here, and someone else has it. Vash, how did this happen?
Well, I guess when you deactivate your account and walk away, I guess that the handle just goes up for grabs. At least I think that's what it appears to be. I mean, unless it's somebody at the Restore the Magic campaign headquarters there looking to have a little fun. I suppose it's a possibility as well. But you got the glasses there, Nelson Peltz there, and you got the under new management. Wait a minute, Jonas, did you do this? Jonas, come on.
No, this is definitely not me, and there are reasons that it is definitely not me. He does have, it just appears, maybe that's a vape stick right there. There's no smoke coming off of it, so it's not the devil's USB there. But yeah, this is a picture of Nelson Peltz as he appears in many Google image searches there. But Restore the Magic, under new management. Note, parody account not associated with Trian Partners or Nelson Peltz, new owner of the original handle, but it does say joined in April of 2024. They've been posting for a little while. By the way, there's a link right here. You want to guess what happens if you click that link, Vash?
I wonder where we're going to go here.
I'm going to click that link, and let's see. You are crossing to the page. Official video for Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. There we go. I don't think I'm going to go to that site. I'm not going to hear the amazing synth drums that come forward when you enjoy that Rick rolling they've got there. By the way, I've appreciated that song much more as time has gone on. So whoever runs this account, it's kind of funny. It's a funny idea. More power to them for getting a hold of this Twitter handle here. They are mostly seem to be going after Cedar Point here. Apparently got blocked by Tony Clark, which is interesting. Just another example about Cedar Point, a place like no other. Cedar Point. There you go. There we are on subject a little bit for Disney Cruise Lines. You see, flies are extra protein. For those of you who don't understand that joke, Vash, you want to tell them?
Yes, this is related to the opening of Lookout Key, Lighthouse Point specifically, Disney's highly touted new island, right? That was in development for a long time. I believe the first time hearing about it publicly, at least, was the 2019 D23 Expo, but it was in It was in production for or at least development for quite some time. And then when the media and everybody got access to it initially via one of Disney's first cruise ships, well, we were exposed to that long mile walk right there. And well, when you actually got to the location itself, Lighthouse Point, that is, well, I guess they had very much a fly problem. And
yes, they did.
There were so many flies. People they had to cover their food with napkins just to eat.
Right, and 2 for the price of 1, by the way, everyone. Disney has decided to wrap up the food individually before giving it to guests. Now, if the flies are still there, now they are very specifically the guests' problem as opposed to Disney's. I'm sure they're doing something to try to mitigate that, and that's not a Disney only problem. It's just something that you wouldn't associate with Disney. I think I said that in the video as well, but people acted like we didn't say that. So with the Restoring Magic handle, obviously in the first campaign that happened, once Nelson Peltz went away, that handle did go dark in the past. And then it was restored again to Nelson Peltz. I don't know if that means that no one got the account. X doesn't actually allow you to delete accounts in the same way that it once did, where you could turn something off for a while, make it go blank, and then turn it back on again. With Peltz, it sounds like he turned his back on this campaign altogether. As far as this social media thing here is, of course, we would be very interested if Peltz decided to do as he did the last time and exit at around $120 a share and then reignite it if the stock price should get down to around $80 a share yet again. We are hearing that he's involved in whatever company owns Terminix in the United States. He's bought shares in them. So I don't know how long that fight will last or if it's nearly as capital intensive as the Disney one was. Vash, do you have anything to add there?
Looking at this whole situation right here and going over some of the things that you brought up here, would this necessarily precipitate maybe a rebrand if Nelson Peltz were to launch a proxy fight again? I mean, he's used the Restore the Magic campaign twice now. Doesn't necessarily suggest that he has to live and die by that campaign if he proceeds to go forward with another.
That's very true. And through some people who were very favorable to Iger, they did come after Nelson Peltz for reusing branding for a corporation that was like a power corporation in Texas that was something like Castle Corporation and Restoring the Castle or something like that. And apparently it didn't work with shareholders to the extent that it was needed in order to get Peltz a seat on the board. You could say that 30% of voting shareholders said that Nelson Peltz needs a seat on the board. Or you could say that he lost by 70%. So, to each his own. But that being said, we want to throw this to our commenters. What do you think about this new Parody account here? Is that funny? Do they need to focus more on Disney? No. Do you think it's us? It's not us, but I'm going to say that. Do you think it's us? Because it's not. But that being said, like this video if you like this video, and consider subscribing to That Park Place for all the news that should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Place News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.